Welcome to Coffee Confessions, a talk show on Selfie TV which discusses topics every week and various opinions on each topic. Today's topic is branding frenzy. Do you ever feel like you're a walking brand? We're here today to ask a few people what they feel about the branding mayhem that's going on, whether it's online or whether it's in your physical world. We're constantly bombarded by images, whether it's fast food, things that you eat, things that you wear, things that make you look good, things that make you look pretty, things that make you look fashionable. So let's find out how crazy we can get with our brands. We'd like to welcome Dima Al Malakeh on the show. She is a brand and marketing consultant. So without further ado, let's hear what Dima has to say. Hi Dima,
Hi.
It's so lovely to have you on the show.
Thank you so much, Daamini.
So let's start with our first question. As the topic says, do you ever feel like a walking brand?
Personally, no, I don't, and I completely disagree with the concept behind it. But we have to understand that some people are so much into this trend now, and we have to accept that because it's part of the fashion trend. The only thing is that we have to deal with it in a different way.
So you're in an industry where you're working with designers constantly and brands. What is the preconceived notion why people are actually attached to brands? Do you think that's why they're spending more because the brands promise a certain lifestyle and a look?
Yes, definitely. It's part of the big media happening, and it's increased a lot in the past, I think, 20 years. Especially that now we live in a very prominent place, and Dubai is the hub of everything. It's fashion, art, and in general lifestyle, properties. So it becomes like a craze. So people just go after it, and it's because of the constant promotion the brands are doing and the high competition. Like every day you hear of 5 different brands they've never been there before, the day before.
Have you ever felt peer pressure that you had to be wearing something or buying something?
At some point, yes, and it happened actually recently, and then I refused to go with the flow. I was put in that situation. I had a big event, but usually I'm not comfortable, and I was against that. So I did what I was comfortable in doing. I appreciate luxury and I appreciate brands, and I have huge respect for the journey they've gone through, but that would not define me, who I am and how I live and what I wear, how I dress up,
So Dina, now honestly, so how much have you spent on getting that one brand that you wanted?
Not more than I would spend, honestly, on jewelry, but I wouldn't spend on clothes.
Well, that's a brand too. So are there brands that you follow in jewelry that you would spend on?
It depends, I wouldn't like go just to say names, but I would spend, for instance, the maximum was 2,000 on some jewelry. It's about how you look, and this is like, I so much believe in what Chanel said, that fashion fades, but style remains.
That's very eloquent. But Dubai and the city we live in specifically is all about keeping appearances. Do you know of people that are actually getting fakes in as well, just to make sure that they're talked about and that the brands are with them?
It's gone crazy for the past 5 years when I think Chinese started doing these fake copies. And even in that category, you have degrees like first copy, second copy, third copy. You won't believe, I have like 6 accounts I follow on Instagram who do copies, and some of them are based in Russia, some of them are based here, and of course China, and they do amazing copies. You wouldn't tell, and even I sat with one of the very expert in leather products, and she couldn't tell the difference. But still, I believe in this? No, I don't believe in this,
If you were a brand, what are the elements that you would stand for?
I would stand for being original and true, and definitely very artistic, Those are the things now I can think about that would really make me stand out. Originality, being truthful to yourself and to the concept you're representing, and being artistic, because art is life. So when you have that element, you can have everything in it.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Zareen.
You see every flaw, fine lines, imperfections in your skin tone, dark spots starting to appear. New Palmer's Skin Therapy Oil for your face helps improve the appearance of the most troubling signs of aging. Put your best face forward with Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula Skin Therapy Oil for your face.
I use Palmer's Wet-Look Styling Gel because it's enriched with vitamins, so it strengthens the hair. It provides a manageable hold, so it's great for everyday styling.
Since Coffee Confessions is all about opinions, it was important for us to go outside into the public and come to you for yours. So let's hear out some of the opinions that we got on the streets.
Do I feel like I'm a walking brand? Well, no, the answer is no. I think you have to feel, first of all, happy and confident with who you are before you start adding the accoutrement to whatever it is you're adding to your life. So if you're comfortable with who you are and you project that persona that you're comfortable with, that doesn't really matter what brands you add to your life.
I think for certain things we do need like brands, maybe for assuring quality. If I go to book brands, you know that something that's published from Penguin is much better than something that's published from an unknown brand, because that's why Penguin took them. But for a lot of things like clothes and things like that, I think that they're unnecessarily priced, like really high priced for no reason, labeled things.
I think more than brand, what is important is the quality, because right now, yes, people are more into brand conscious, but earlier we were not like that. So I think we were never preferring brands, but more of a quality. We used to even get good stuff at a cheap price. So I think, but yeah, nowadays people are more brand conscious. They just want to wear Zara, Louis Vuitton and stuff like that.
I prefer to use a clothing brand or a clothing line that's more depictive of my sense of style, or that makes me feel comfortable rather than something that is required to highlight who I am as a person.
No, I think that I'm not a brand frenzy person. I wear anything and everything. If I find something really nice on the street, I would probably go and pick it up. It's all about how you style it.
Yeah, for me, it's not important to be a label person. There are a lot of times I wear t-shirts which are plain t-shirts.
We are unique in ourselves, so we have our own taste. But it's not the label itself, but it's you on how you represent yourself. So it's anything you wear, it doesn't matter.
Personally, I do not believe in labels at all. For me, it's I'm more stylish, like in terms of if something suits you, if you can carry it off really well, doesn't matter if you're wearing any label.
I think comfortability is my forte. Like whatever is comfortable on me, whatever looks good on me, it's not necessarily a brand. Like there are a lot of normal stuff which looks really good on me, and I get that.
We're joined now by Daamini Shrivastav. There's so many things to her designation that I prefer asking her herself. So without further ado, let's talk to Daamini. Hi, Daamini.
Hi, Zareen.
It's nice to have you on the show.
Pleasure's all mine.
So just give us a little introduction about yourself.
So I am a physician. That is my real job. Dubai kid. Been here almost 27 years now. Went to the UK, went to Cardiff School of Medicine, graduated. Trained in accident and emergency, so worked in London and then in Yorkshire, and then one fine day I just said, not for me, which was difficult. I'm the fifth generation of physicians from my family, so then the question is what do I do? So I came back home, which is here. My father's got his own hospital, so I work with him, which is Conceive. I also sit on the board of a private equity fund, so I help in managing their PR and marketing across, so there are about 28 hospitals, so I manage that. Other than that, the fun stuff is I'm a Pilates instructor, and I'm a columnist, so I write a health and fitness column for a magazine in Dubai.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a lot to do.
Yeah, but it keeps it interesting. It keeps it interesting.
But really, for this kind of topic, you being a Dubai kid really qualifies you.
Yeah, but to be I was also a Dubai kid at a time when social media, or even the sheer number of ads, was a lot less. So I mean, I didn't, and I was actually thinking about this driving over. I actually didn't know the words Chanel or Louis Vuitton, or I mean, I would have called it Louis or something, till I was a good 16, 17 years old, which is well into high school. That's not the case. I actually just met someone who was 6 years old and who said Yves Saint Laurent. And I said, how? How do you know Yves Saint Laurent? But yeah, so I think I grew up in a slightly simpler Dubai.
So the Dubai now and the kids now, do you ever feel that you're a walking brand when you're here sometimes? That you have to keep up a persona?
Do I feel that I'm a brand?
Yeah, personally, what's your take on it?
I feel I'm a brand because of what I do and who I am, not what I wear. And for that, huge amounts of respect to my parents. Because, you know, when you're in that teenage, I remember especially 16, 17, 18, I was particularly difficult, and all I wanted to do was, you know, I used to keep pestering my dad to buy the most expensive car. They were very strict, and now I realize how important it was. The problem is the way advertising is designed, it's to make you feel that you are that important only because of if you wear a Chanel dress, or if you wear XYZ makeup, which is not the case. Like I said, I grew up in a time where there was a lot more emphasis on who you are, what you do, how you come across. And I have to quote my dad. My dad has a very, very interesting line that he uses all the time, which is money can't buy class.
That's true, and very well put. How much have you spent on something that you really wanted, which then you thought, oh my God, this is too much? Or how much is too much for you?
I'm not the richest person, so there is obviously there is a limit on what I spend. No, I am extremely sensible with my finances. So there's always a certain amount that I'll budget in a month. Say, okay, this is after you've paid the bills and blah, blah, and you've put away a certain chunk in savings. Because again, being an Indian kid, that is drilled into you quite heavily. I say with a lot of pride today that I am completely independent and I don't depend on anybody for my finances. But yeah, like I said, I am quite a shopaholic as well. So there is a certain amount that I'll put away a month. But in the last couple of years, I'll tell you a change that's come about. Yes, I still will spend on shoes and, you know, jewelry and whatnot. But I've recently started spending a lot more on holidays. Now, again, my parents, again, very privileged, but we've traveled the world with them. But traveling on your own is a whole different ballgame. And I'm finding myself investing a lot more time in spending money to buy experiences and make those kind of memories. But yeah, how much is too much? It's like asking me my weight.
What do you think of people who will go and buy fakes just to fit in?
It's a bit rich to pass judgment on anyone else. To me, the way I see it, it shows it's coming from insecurity, right? That you feel that you're not fitting in. I think maybe that needs to be addressed. I think it's you don't need to wear branded stuff to fit in, you know, and it's such a wrong message. Wear branded stuff because you like the branded stuff. I am, like I said, on a Friday morning, you're very likely to find me with a baggy sweatshirt from Karama or Satwa, but at the same time, I will just as easily wear a done DVF dress or, you know, carry whichever bag.
Do you find social media plays a huge role, especially with Instagram, where you can actually, you know, picture moment by moment of your social life, and also the things that you wear, or the things that you eat? Do you think that puts a lot of pressure, added pressure on people to follow?
Yeah, but it's very easy to sort of also blame. I mean, I know we unfortunately media is blamed for everything, but you're also consuming that. I mean, there is a reason why the Kardashians are where they are. We are consuming it. You want to, nobody, and I'll say this, there are many times when I have tried to also Instagram posts of, say, dogs that I've helped rescue, or yeah, those pictures don't get any traction at all. We don't want to see poverty. We don't want to see misery. We want to bury our heads when it comes to, we want to see the glamour. We want to see that extremely beautiful quinoa salad that you had this morning. Why? I don't know. Yes, I do think it is a huge, but at the same time, and you know, because you cheekily said before that you follow me on Instagram. A couple of days ago, I was at dinner and somebody said, "Oh, you know, we feel like we know everything about you." I said, "Really?" I said, "You know what you know things about me that I want you to know. There are many things that people don't know about me, and that is something that I think social media if there's not an intelligent mind behind it, it can be quite detrimental.
So if you were a brand, Daamini, which brand would you be and why?
I'm trying to be PC about how I say this, but I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. My parents are extremely prolific, and I come from a family with illustrious physicians. And I've spent a long time of my life being known as so-and-so's daughter. So if I have to be a brand, I am Dr. Daamini Shrivastav.
Thank you so much, Daamini, for being on the show.
Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So today, we got to hear about what people think of brands. What I really loved, and I hope that all of you will take back from this episode, is that we ourselves are brands, and we stand for a lot of things. More importantly, what matters is what's inside us, and not just the outer appearances. We'll see you next week with more topics, more discussions, with more people. So till then, stay cool, stay awesome, and stay real. So stay. Okay, you want to start?
Rolling action.
Then no.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sorry, not that the question's tacky. I'm just saying it's very tacky to throw a number out.
So, what is the topic at hand today?
No.
Stay awesome, stay cool. What was it?
Go.
The quality. Yeah, if we're together, I have to rub it.
Yes! Oh my god, now it's clicking! Oh, blood! Okay, this is not on camera, right?
Yeah, I'm having something.
Thank you, guys.